We are Black Fork. We are Minnesota.
The Twins hoping to make it 2 in a row over the Texas Rangers. A nice come-from-behind win last night. They fell behind early 6-0, ended up tying the ball game and ended up winning. And Mitch Garver had a big night at the plate, a couple of big doubles, driving in a total of 4 runs. The Twins tied it up. Jake Cave's home run put them over the top, and they ended up winning the opener here in Arlington 10-7. Tonight it's Game 2, and Jose Barrios hopes to make September a really good month for him, and Giovanni Gallardo will make the start for the Texas Rangers. And good evening to you from the ballpark in Arlington, Globe Life Ballpark in Arlington, Texas. Dick Bramer along with LaTroy Hawkins. The Twins are hoping that Jose Barrios can finish the season on a high note. They hope that he can give them some really good starts in September, and tonight they're hoping he can simply do what he did to the Rangers when he faced them in June.
Well, we're going to throw out his last 2 or 3 starts. We're going to start September the 1st. I guarantee he's going to go out there and continue to do what he's done to most of the league and what he did to the Texas Rangers the last time. 7 innings, 2 hits, 12 punch-outs, a career high, 2 walks, 107 pitches. And if he continued with his command, his pitch sequence, and his pitch usage, he did all those things great the last time out against the Texas Rangers. If he continued to do that, he's going to have another great night at the ballpark.
He was dealing with a flu bug his last time out. Time before that, a long rain delay in the middle of his 5 innings worth. We'll see how long he can pitch this afternoon or this evening for the Twins. In Game 2 with the Texas Rangers, Twins hitters were reminded last night the ball tends to fly here. We'll see how many runs they can score tonight in support of Jose Barrios. Lately, it's been a Twins lineup that struggled to get hits and score runs, but no problem last night. 10 runs, a dozen hits. And I was right, wasn't I? I mean, you pitched in this ballpark. This is a ballpark where it's very hitter friendly.
It's hitter friendly, but those guys that went deep last night, those balls were absolutely crushed.
Right.
I didn't see any wall scrapers. Everything that was hit was, in the second depth and in the deepest part of this ballpark. And if we can have another outburst like we did in the 5th inning yesterday, it's going to be a good night for the Minnesota Twins.
I'm Dick Bramer. He's with Troy Hawkins. And now let's go find Audra Martin.
Well, guys, Paul Molitor, speaking to the media earlier today, admitted that he liked last September a lot more than this one, but still there's excitement with the fact that September call-ups have begun, and it's a chance to see what some of the young guys in this organization can bring to the table. But for now, the plan is to go in stages. So this first wave is a lot of familiar faces. Chris Jimenez has been brought back to the Twins in that trade with Chicago for Bobby Wilson. Tyler Duffy and Johnny Field returned to the team after they've been recalled from AAA. Matt Belisle is back from the disabled list, and then there is one new face in Andrew Vasquez, who has made a very quick, accelerated trip up here to the big leagues after starting this season in High A. But he's impressed a lot of people, so we may see him in the next few days. But right now, Paul Molitor says the biggest key to this wave was protecting the pitching situation, but they feel good about how they're approaching the first couple of days in September, guys.
Yeah, they really feel good about the guy taking the mound tonight. We'll see if the Twins lineup can give Jose Barrios some early run support. Paul Molitor, the players, umpires, everybody wearing yellow wristbands as it is Childhood Cancer Awareness Night here in Arlington. Now let's take a look at the Twins batting order for game 2. Joe Mauer in the leadoff spot. Logan Forsythe will bat second. Then Jorge Polanco, Miguel Sano, Max Kepler, Mitch Garver, Jake Cave, Tyler Austin, Robbie Grossman. And no secret on the mound, veteran Yovani Gallardo making the start for Texas.
Tonight's starting pitcher stats are brought to you by Home Furniture. Yovani Gallardo, one of my teammates back in our Milwaukee Brewer days, still out there doing it on a consistent basis. Fastball 90 to 93 straight with some good carry. Curveball 78 to 81, 12 to 6 action. You'll see that a lot. And a really good changeup, 87 to 90 miles an hour.
Northland Ford defense for the Rangers. Shin Soo Choo, Joey Gallo in center, Nomar Mazara in right, Profar, Andres, Odor, Guzman the infielders, and Isaiah Kiner Falefa behind the plate. Gallo getting a start out in center field. We saw him at first base yesterday. Pretty good athlete, and he's moved around quite a bit from third base to left field to first base, now center field here tonight. And Bauer's in the box, and he takes ball 1. Hey, you mentioned the same term tonight as you did last night in your scouting report. A fastball with good carry. What's that mean?
Well, we used to call it he has life at the end of his fastball. When it gets in the zone, it jumps on the hitters. And a lot of guys who have good carry, that's why they can pitch up in the zone, because the ball, it actually equates to what we call spin rate. The ball just never starts to go down. It stays straight a lot longer than other guys' fastballs. Late life.
1-1 to Mauer, then Forsythe and Polanco here in the first inning.
Yovani Gallardo from Fort Worth, Texas, pitching in his backyard.
1-2.
Had a chance to go down and chat with him before the game, and I was asking about his son Junior, and he said he's 13 now in the 8th grade. It's like, thanks for making me feel old. Remember that kid was like 4 or 5 years old, running around the clubhouse. All he wanted to do was field ground balls, and now he's a pitcher first baseman.
This whole business of becoming a broadcaster and feeling old, you'll get used to that in a hurry. It happens a lot.
It's part of it. Like my grandfather always says, keep saying good morning. You'll get old one day also.
1-2 to Mauer. Mauer 10 for 25 over the years against Gallardo.
A lot of those matchups came when Gallardo was in Milwaukee.
2-2. Logan Forsythe had good numbers against Gallardo as well. 9 for 21. Max Kepler 3 for 8. So we'll see how it turns out here tonight for the Twins, who scored 10 runs in the ball game last night. Bounce foul up the line.
To always remember about Yovani, one of those guys out there, he never gave in to the hitter. always just kept coming, just kept coming, just kept coming at you.
And the 7th pitch of this at bat. Mauer with a couple of 2-strike fouls. And he strokes it to right. Zara running to his left. He's able to cut it off and hold Mauer to a leadoff single. Man aboard, and now Logan Forsythe.
Piece of ranch for the win tonight. Great at bats. Continue to do that on offense. Another explosion like they did last night in the 5th inning. That was a big inning for us right there, wasn't it, Richard? Wow.
Fell behind 6-0 in the bottom of the 4th and then came back with an 8 spot. Here is Forsythe. Didn't play last night. Now he takes a strike over the inside corner. Rangers came to Minnesota in June and took 2 out of 3.
The only game the Twins won in that series was the game that Mr. Barrios pitched in.
And squirted to right field, a base hit. Mauer will check in at second base. So Forsythe doing what he did so well in his first week or two with the Twins, and that is punch singles to the opposite field. First and second, nobody out. And that'll bring up Polanco. In last night's game,
it's a fastball down over the middle of the plate, riding in just a little bit on his hands, and he's able to poke that ball out to right field for a base hit.
Last night's game, Joe Mauer had a leadoff double. Polanco sacrificed him, but the Twins weren't able to bring Mauer in. Now a threat here with first and second, nobody out. And he takes strike 1. Gallardo getting ahead of hitters, but he's 10 pitches into his outing and he doesn't have it out yet.
Bonnie's 11th year in the major leagues. You're starting to see some of that gray in that beard.
Strike 2.
There's 2 good fastballs down in the zone. There's a couple ways you can go at Polanco right here. One of those good curveballs down in his, down in his back foot, down in the zone, nothing hanging, or fastball up and away.
Double play grounder. 6-4. 3. 2 down, and on the play, Mauer goes to third.
Pitcher's best friend, tailor-made. 0-2 fastball, not even a sinker down and away, and just beat that ball into the ground right to Elvis Andrus to get the double play started. 6-4-3.
And that'll bring up Sano with a runner at third.
Sano took some very good at bats last night. I was talking to him after the game, and he was talking about
that roll between the legs of Kiner Falefa, and Mauer will score right through the 5-hole. And the Twins get the first run of the game. See how they rule it, wild pitch or pass ball, but in any case, unless it skipped off the plate, which it might have, that's a ball that the catcher's got to block.
You're a guy at third base, you got to do whatever you can to keep that ball from going between your legs.
It's a wild pitch, but that one was like he lifted, his lower half up, and the ball went right between his legs. Sano with a high fly to right field. The third out, but on the pitch before the third out, a wild pitch allowing Mauer to score the game's first run. Base with the Twins taking the first lead 1-0. And the Menards batting order for the Texas Rangers: Shin-Soo Choo, Rougned Odor, Elvis Andrus, Nomar Mazara, Adrian Beltre, Jurickson Profar, Joey Gallo, Ronald Guzman, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Tonight's starting pitcher stats are brought to you by Home Furniture. Jose Barrios making his 27th start for the Twins this year. Hopefully he can continue to finish this season at a very high note with his fastball, 92 to 95 miles an hour, good changeup, slider, and changing the eye level of these Texas Rangers hitters.
Shin-Soo Choo will lead things off. Swing and a miss. Now Barrios did give the Twins 7 innings, gave up 2 hits, but it's interesting and important to note that those hits came in the very first inning. Shin-Soo Choo doubled, Beltre singled, Choo didn't score obviously, and then Barrios went on to pitch 6 shutout innings, a drive to left center field, and Grossman's there for the catch, 1 away. 7 innings, 4 of those he faced just 3 batters. The first inning was the only inning where he gave up, or he faced 5 different hitters, and you could argue the point it might have been his most dominant outing since his first outing in Baltimore when he went the distance.
Well, he had everything working that night, and as you saw in the replay, you know, his fastball was up in the zone when he needed to. He elevated, he threw his breaking ball, and with a team like the Texas Rangers, you know, they're struggling on offense, but they are very good fastball hitters. So when you get in fastball counts and you're able to throw your breaking ball for a strike, that kind of gets them all out of rhythm.
First pitch strike taken by Odor.
It's already more strikes being called in the first inning than it was yesterday.
1 strike to Odor, then Andrus. And Barrios did not have a particularly good August, but he's hoping to start September with a good start here tonight. Bill Miller is calling balls and strikes. Alan Porter, Angel Hernandez, Todd Tishner on the bases. Strike 2. The month of August started on a high note, 7 innings, couple of runs against the Royals, and then the 4 starts that followed. Again, given the fact that he was dealing with a flu bug in his last start, a rain delay in the middle of his 5 innings start before that, but in his final 4 starts of August, 17 2/3 innings, 11 earned runs, and 10 walks. So he would like to forget all about most of what happened in August and put his foot down on the accelerator and finish with a strong month in September.
You're going to have that month through the course of a season, or 3 or 4 outings in a row, where you're not going to feel particularly well. You're going to go out there and you're going to, you know, the hitter's going to, it's going to feel like they know what's coming. They're going to put a good swing on it every time. Like you said, new month, clean slate, finish this season very strong, and show the young guys who came up, you know, show them the way and show them how to do it.
Knocked down by Barrios. And let's see where it hit him. He walks off the mound like it may have hit him in the glove itself. 2 down. Molitor's looking at him to see where the ball hit him, whether he needs to make a trip.
Ground ball right back to him. You know, he's falling off to the first base side, so he had to reach back across his body with his glove and couldn't field it cleanly. He just knocked it down, was able to pick it up. You practice that in spring training every day.
Molitor getting his attention, and Barrios giving a thumbs up, and then the hand slash horizontally.
Stay
like,
where you
I'm
are.
Fine. I don't need you to come out here.
Stay where you are.
2 down, and now Andrus.
I was talking to Eddie Guardado and our pitching coach Garvin Austin about the start that Barrios had when he had the flu bug, and they were telling me some things about when he was warming up, how funny it was. Hilarious. He would throw a couple pitches, you know, go do some business, come back and finish his warm up to go in the game.
Well, he got a first inning mound visit, and they were concerned, as I recall, I believe it was Matt McGill was warming up in the first inning. There's a bouncer and a foul ball, but there was a mound visit. Things weren't going well, and we show you the velocity of the pitches on TV, but the Twins field staff also pays attention to that, and Barrios was having all he could do to hit 90 miles per hour. Now we've seen 94 already in this inning. I checked with Barrios the day after the start, and he said he felt better then already. And I'm sure he's feeling a whole lot better out there now than he did in his last start.
So let's show you how strong professional athletes are. And you know, when you go to the doctor and you have the flu, they tell you to do what? Rest. They want you to rest. Now this man has to go out there and try to get major league hitters out, and he's still throwing 90 miles an hour.
2-1 to Andrus. Missing the outside corner. 3-1.
There was no way he was coming out of that game. No way. No way.
Well, he found a way to give the Twins
giving a try.
Yeah, he found a way to give the Twins 5 innings at a time when they really needed it. Chopped foul, and that'll hurt Andrus for a while.
And that's what your aces do. They give you a chance. They give you a chance every time they're out there. And I know every guy on this team, they know when Rios is on the mound, they have a very good chance of winning that night. They just got to go out there and do their part.
3-2. Andrus is still hobbling around a little bit. Now he'll get some medical attention. The trainer coming out with Jeff Bannister. If you were watching when Berrios made his start against Oakland at Target Field, all right, there's a smile. You can see him. He's very animated out there. He enjoys being out there. And on that day, he was not himself. It wasn't just the velocity. You could see it in his facial expressions. He was struggling to stay out there. Andrus will stay in the game.
Fastball in on him right there, and he was able to get his hands in, but brought him in too much and got too much of the ball and shot the ball right down off his shin. That's going to leave a mark.
Berrios with a full count to Andrus.
The best thing when a guy foul the ball off his foot, go right back in there with the same pitch. I like to see him do it again. Same spot, same results. Strike 3.
There's a fastball down the middle of strike. Good inning for Berrios. The velocity is back, and he has another 1-2-3 inning against the Rangers. Fifth inning, and since he's been with the club, the Twins have shown a little more muscle than they did before. Since the middle of August, the Twins have hit more home runs than anybody, including the New York Yankees. And Austin, the former Yankee, Jake Cave, another former Yankee farmhand, have enjoyed the increased playing time, and it's resulted in a little bit more power. There's a strike to Max Kepler, leading off the second.
And that's your pick to click for the series, Mr. Jake Cave, Man Cave. Chatting with him earlier, and I told him you're his pick to click.
Well, I'm sure that meant an awful lot to him.
Oh, yeah, he was excited. You guys talking about me up there? I'm like, oh, yeah.
1-1 to Kepler. Twins would like Kepler to have a good final month, too. The Batting average has been sitting in the 220s, 230s. There's a one hopper to Guzman. To the bag, one away. And that'll bring up Mitch Garver. Twins hoping to have a good run through the state of Texas. After tomorrow's day game, we go to Houston and play 3 games there. Garver with 2 big doubles, a bases clearing double that tied it, and then an insurance run later.
Talking about him about those pitches that he hit, and he couldn't understand why they were throwing him breaking balls, but he said he wasn't going to complain. He was just going to make sure he put a good swing on them and not miss them when they throw him. It's funny just talking to him about, you know, the pitch sequence to him, his at bats yesterday, and he was just shaking his head. And I was like, if you're shaking your head, we were shaking our heads up in the booth also, but like, why are they throwing you breaking balls? He said, not just breaking balls for strikes. I said, they keep doing it, you just keep hitting them with a lot of backspin.
Check swing dribbler to Jeff Smith, 1 strike. Pretty good bet someone else will catch tomorrow, and it might be Chris Jimenez, who's with the ball club now.
It's good to have Jimenez back in a Twins uniform.
Swung on and missed.
There's a good slider from Giovanni Gallardo right there. It looks like a fastball into the last second. It just falls off the table, going away from a right-hand hitter's bat.
And now 1-2. Twins got a run in the first inning. The inning started with a pair of singles and a wild pitch. Scored the first run of the game. 1-2. And now 2-2. Long time ago, Twins fans will remember a catcher who was pretty good with 2 strikes, and that was Brian Harper, big part of the '91 World Championship team. Garver's starting to get that reputation a little bit too. Pop up short center. Andrus is running out, and he'll make the catch in front of Gallo, 2 away. 2 gone, and that'll bring up Jake Cave.
Gallo playing center field tonight. Just shows you what type of athlete he is.
Just his 5th start in center field this year, 6th time in his career.
The more versatile you are on defense, the more value you have with a team.
And it's so important now when you've got 13-man pitching staffs, not so much in September because the rosters have expanded. You know, the days of a pinch hitter or some veteran who was just waiting for an opportunity to pinch hit, the way rosters are constructed now, those people don't exist anymore.
Phasing them out of the game slowly but surely.
You got to do something in the field. And we've seen hybrid players. Both Eduardo Escobar, Eduardo Nunez saw time in the outfield and the infield. Chris Jimenez last year saw some time in the outfield as well for the Twins.
And on the mound.
And on the mound. There's Jimenez.
6 or 7 pitching appearances last year.
I think he had 6 of them before the All-Star break. 2-1. And now 3-1 to Cave with Austin to follow. A blast to right field, way back and gone into the second deck, and Jake Cave has number 9 on the year. And the Twins take a 2-0 lead. .443 feet on that one.
Fastball right over the middle of the plate. The 2 previous pitches were in. The catcher wanted something away, and it leaked back over the middle of the plate and up right in Cave's sweet spot, similar to the same pitch that we saw him hit out yesterday.
Tyler Austin takes a strike at the knees. So a run in the first on a couple of singles and a wild pitch and a long blast. Swung on and missed. 0-2.
Gallardo's 12-6 curveball at 78 miles an hour. Coming out of the same arm sliders, his fastball, his slider, and his changeup.
Outside. Individually, of course, there are a lot of things for players to prove. Austin on that list. Collectively, the Twins would like to finish with a winning final month in September. Twins played .500 baseball June through August. Well, that's not enough to get you into the playoffs, but the Twins are where they're at right now because of that 8-game losing streak early in the season. A winless road trip, St. Petersburg and New York, accounting for 7 of those 8 losses. The ball now, it's 2-2.
And the last time I did the telecast was the Chicago Cubs Milwaukee trip. That wasn't a good trip either.
The Twins had a 6-game losing streak after in a 1-8 road trip through Chicago and Milwaukee.
A hot winless road trip.
So yeah, last night was your first Twins win as a broadcaster this year, right?
Yes, it was. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Grossman on deck, full count now to Austin.
I don't think he'll be getting a fastball, either a curveball or slider.
Landed 3 feet in front of the plate. Austin takes a walk, and Grossman will come to the plate. With Eddie Rosario not on the disabled list, but unable to play because of the twinge in his quadricep muscle. Grossman getting a chance to get some playing time out in left field. And a strike. 35 pitches already for Gallardo. A couple of runs on the board for the Twins. Outside. 1-1. Twins now with a 5-man bench with the additions of Jimenez and Field. It's in reality a 4-man bench because they don't want to use Rosario until the Twins get back home at the earliest. Down low, 2-1.
2-1. Good hitters count. Normally Grossman would be looking for a fastball, something he could drive, in the gaps. But with Gallardo being able to throw his breaking pitches behind the count, you can't take it for granted he's going to throw a fastball.
It's off the end of the bat, and Andrus retreats to end the inning. But Jake Cave hits his 2nd home run of the series, and the lead is now 2-0 Minnesota.
Nothing here in Texas. It's time for some scoop from the clubhouse. So the Twins today announced officially they are going to try their hand at an opener tomorrow afternoon. The plan for now is for Gabriel Moya to start things off. Then they will go to Zach Littell, who will be the primary pitcher, as Paul Molitor has officially dubbed it. Now, he had a meeting with the rest of the pitching staff today to explain his thought process. He says going forward, he's not planning on using an opener for Jose Barrios, Jake Odorizzi, or Kyle Gibson, and he doesn't think that he'll use the primary pitcher in the middle of an inning. Now, earlier today, third base coach Jean Glenn had a special delivery from Connie Baylor, the sister of former player and manager Don Baylor. She hand-delivered some homemade peach cobbler, and Jean was kind enough to share it with the rest of the pitching staff, even gave me a bit. And I got to tell you guys, it was delicious. Not a bad way to start the day.
Well, how come I didn't get any?
It was in the coach's office. It was absolutely one of the best peach cobblers I've ever tasted.
Deep drive to center field. Cave is back. He won't catch it. Halfway up the grass in center field. Mazara's 18th of the year, and it's 2-1. Barrios fell behind and paid the price.
The Texas Rangers team, when you get behind, you can't just assume that you're going to be able to throw a fastball and get back in the count. And as you see right there, Mazara never gets off the fastball. Same thing he did last night. He never comes off the fastball. So if you can mix in some all-speed pitches in those fastball counts, you have a better chance, have a little bit more success against this guy.
That was 436.5 feet. Now, has it gotten that exact where we're down to measuring inches?
Technology, Richard.
Well, Cave hit a long home run. Mazara has, and now Beltre bats. Ball one, now strike one. Swung on and missed, 1-2. And we saw 94 miles per hour in the first inning, and now the fastball, at least the ones I've seen on the screen, have been clocked at 92. Ooh, just missed the corner at 93.
He'll sit at 92, 93, and when he needs to reach back and get a little extra, there's always something extra in the tank with Barrios' stuff.
Foul back.
See Garvish set up in, and Barrios spent off that fastball and yanked it over the middle of the plate, and it was just up enough that Beltre wasn't able to do anything with it but foul it off.
2-2.
A lot of times when you get ready to go in, you try to do it with your body. You just need your arm. You don't have to do anything extra with your body. Let your body do what it does normally with your mechanics, and let your arm take the baseball to the catcher's mitt.
Full count now. And Barrios checks. Strike three, says Alan Porter. It's a big check swing call, and Beltre I don't think is convinced. But it is a strikeout. Barrios' second, one away here in the second inning.
That's one of the conversations last night after the game in the clubhouse I had with Steven Gonzalez. The replay, the breaking ball just looked like a strike and just burrowed to the left-hand hitter's batter's box, and Beltre tried to hang up, and he tried to talk to the umpire. It was like, no, I saw the swing.
Here's Profar. Fouled back, one strike.
I'm talking to Steven Gonzalez about pitching in the right-hand hitters, and last night he kept missing when he tried to go in. It's because he was flying open with his front side, trying to get there with his body instead of just letting his arm do the work. And he understood what I was saying, and just got to take that mentality out there. I don't have to do anything extra to get that ball to go into a right-hand hitter.
And when I talked to him, he said, I was just missing by this much, but he understands that's all it takes. Just an inch off the plate here or there.
Right, and we also talked about the changeup to Beltre, and I was like, he had a Hall of Famer, a rookie. Who you think that pitch is going to go to? He was like, I know the Troy.
1-1, and now 2-1. Rangers getting their first run this year against Barrios on the Mazzara home run. And now another 3-ball count. Of all the numbers in August over the last 4 starts, it was the walk numbers that seemed surprising to me when I tabulated them. 17 2/3 innings, 10 walks. And Barrios' strength, he has many of them, but one of them is the ability to throw strikes and avoid bases on balls. On the year, coming into the game, just 46 walks and 163 2/3 innings. About 1 walk every 4 innings. And he's had 10 of them, or did, in his last 4 starts in August, covering 17 2/3 innings. Another 3-2 pitch to Profar. Popped up down the line, and it'll spin over the tarp and out of play.
You hear me say this, in the course of a season, and you get 32 starts, there's going to be that 1 month where your mechanics just get off just a little bit, just a hair. And that's going to cause you to do some things, and some things that happen that normally wouldn't happen. And maybe it's something mechanical. He had a couple of starts where he was sick, and we talked about the rain delay, so that kind of threw him out of rhythm. Just an unusual month of August for Jose Barrios.
And he missed to Profar and walked him. That'll bring up Gallo. Let's take a look at the Twins out in the field, brought to you by Northland Ford. And it is Robbie Grossman in left field. Jake Cave in center, Max Kepler in right, Sano, Polanco left side of the infield, Forsythe and Mauer on the right side, and Garver catching his 2nd straight game. Rangers again tonight starting 5 left-handed batters and a switch hitter in Profar. And Barrios misses with a fastball. 32 pitches for Barrios and only 16 strikes. And he's really misfired more often than not here in the 2nd inning. He's had 3 3-ball at bats. 2 in a row. And now it's 2-0 to Gallo. And remembering that he fell behind Mazzara before Mazzara hammered the home run.
Well, Gallo's one of those guys you have to be careful with and stay out of that area where he can do all this damage, because there are a lot of holes in his swing. But if you come in the damage area, he's going to do he's going to add to that 38 total.
My goodness.
What I see out of Barrios right now, he's dropping his elbow and he's spinning off towards the first base line right there. It's just not following. I like to say, when I talk to the younger guys in the minor league, follow the baseball. Follow the baseball, and all your momentum will be going towards the right direction.
Green lighted a 3-0 fastball with a little heat on it, 94 miles per hour, and it got a foul ball, 3-1.
If you look at that, everybody flinched. Garver's flinched, and Barrios flinched at the end.
Studying the baseball. Pitchers don't throw them back as much as they used to. Every once in a while I see a pitcher say, I don't like this baseball, and they'll get rid of it.
I never could figure out why the ball hits the dirt going to the plate, they throw it out, but the ball could be a 12 hopper to the shortstop and they give it right back to the pitcher.
We had a game at Target Field recently where they took an umpire took every ground ball out, which I had not seen before. And a misfire to Gallo, and now back-to-back walks. And it has been an uphill struggle throughout this 2nd inning for Barrios. Ronald Guzman will bat with the tying run at 2nd and 1 away. Middle infielders join the discussion. And they're there to get the sign straight with the catcher, right?
Well, no, I think that was all about, just giving Barrios a breather after walking the last 2 hitters. Try to get him to calm down and take a couple deep breaths and find that rhythm, find that good release point that he had in the 1st inning.
Guzman with some pop in his bat, 13 home runs on the year. And he strikes out about once every 3 times. Rios needs to try to get ahead of him. There's a high blast to right. Oh. And it's a 3-run home run, with Guzman hitting his 14th. A solo home run, and now a tape measure 3-run home run, all of it in the 2nd inning.
You got a home run hitter comes up to the plate, and you know you're struggling to throw strikes. He's going to sit on that first fastball after a meeting like that, and just hopefully you throw it where he's swinging. And we've talked about this being a hitter's ballpark, but I'll say this: I hadn't seen any home run that's been hit yet that's been a scraper. They've all been no-doubters.
So now a 4-2 Texas lead. Bases empty. And here's Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And Barrios gets ahead with a fastball, 1 strike. He's thrown 25 pitches here in the 2nd inning and only gotten 1 out, and that was on a 3-2 check swing by Beltre. On the ground to Sano. On target to Bauer, 2 down.
First pitch strike is key and imperative to be successful, and just hadn't been able to do that this inning. And when he did throw a first pitch strike to Guzman right there, he was waiting on it. It was up in the strike zone, and he was able to hit a missile out to right field for a 3-run blast.
Shin-Soo Choo hit a fly ball to left, hit it pretty well, but right to Grossman for the first out of the 1st inning. And Choo offers at it. Barrios lost his glove. Not sure how that came off. Sano, the only infielder, and he was playing back on the dirt on the left side. What happened to Barrios here?
Just slipped off. Like he had some Vaseline on his hands or something. It just came off.
Now let's set the record straight. He's not out there with a bunch of Vaseline that he's using on his pitch.
You're right. I forgot it's 2018. You're right. People take everything literally. No.
And that kicks away from Garver, and it's 2-1. Rios had a very clean 1st inning, setting the Rangers down 1-2-3, and he's really struggled with both his control and his velocity here in the 2nd. There's a strike at 92.
And that delivery was under control. The pitches before this, early in this inning, they were all out of control. He was going too fast. He was trying to do too much. And I think a lot of times you have to tell pitchers that less is better. You think you have to go harder or faster to make everything work. No, come up off the gas. Don't hit the brakes, but come up off the gas and relax and get back to, finding a good release point and executing your pitches.
That's hit hard to center, chased by Cave, and he'll reach up and pull it down. Good inning for the Rangers. They finally break through against Barrios, and they get 2 home runs and total 4 runs. a 4-2 lead. Sanford Health Injury Report. Big start tonight for James Paxton, coming off the disabled list, and the Mariners are running out of time. They find themselves behind the A's by 5.5 games for the second wild card spot. Take a look at the divisions and the wild card standings. Oakland right now in the second wild card chair, and they're pitching the opener concept tonight. Former Twin Liam Hendricks is going to start for them and give them an inning, they hope, to. And then David Mengden, and what's the term Paul Molitor coined, primary pitcher. Mengden will be the primary pitcher for the A's after Hendricks gets it started. We'll have to all get used to seeing this, particularly this September, because the Twins are planning on using it on a fairly regular basis, and then we'll have time to observe it, see how it works firsthand. Liner to left, and Chu makes the catch. Well hit ball for the first out. What are your thoughts initially, having seen the Rays do it, A's doing it tonight, and the Twins will do it tomorrow?
Well, I just finished up a 10-day trip seeing our minor league affiliates, the Gulf Coast Twins, Fort Myers, Chattanooga, and Cedar Rapids. And I saw it happen 3 times, and it worked like a charm. And we implemented this in our minor league system, so the guys that will have a chance to do it here at the major league level, it won't be their first time doing it. They've been accustomed to coming into the second or third inning and finishing out the ball game. You know, I'm just anxious to see, it happen for the Twins. I want to see it work, and it's one of those things that is going to be a little bizarre at first. I told Eddie Guardado today I couldn't have done it. Even though I had 97, 98 career starts, I couldn't have pitched in the bullpen for 10 years and then come back. Okay, we're going to start you 2 innings and then give it to the starter or the primary. I'm just anxious to see how it's going to work.
Well, Zach Littell, who is going to be the primary pitcher tomorrow, has had to experience it, or has gotten to experience it a couple of times in Rochester. 1-2 to Forsythe, now 2-2, and he applauded the concept, saying it worked in AAA. It has worked at the big league level with the Rays. Forsythe rolls one to the right side. This time Odor's in better position to play a ball on that side of the field, 2 away. And that'll bring up Polanco. Well, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out tomorrow. And then, as Audra reported earlier, Paul Molitor saying he didn't want to do it in Barrios starts or in Gibson starts or Odorizzi's veterans. But if you have less experienced pitchers, and right now the Twins, who are going to explore with a 6-man rotation in September, with presumably Littell being one of the guys, Gonsalves and Cole Stewart the others, that we'll see this on a fairly common basis.
Either this could work out lovely or get imploded in the face.
1-0 to Polanco, and he takes a strike. Well, Gallardo now pitching with a 2-run lead. Last time he was on the mound, he had a 2-run deficit. 1-1 to Polanco. Bounced into a double play his first time up, and now it's outside.
I like being in the meetings with Paul and the rest of the our reporters from the Twin Cities, and how they just dubbed it, the starter and the primary. The starter and the primary.
High fly right center field. Retreating is Gallo, and now on the edge of the track he hauls it in 400 feet from home plate. Gallardo with a 1-2-3, top of the 3rd. Yeah, it'll be interesting if, in fact, they get into the wild card game again. Even last year when the Twins faced the Yankees in the wild card game, there was a lot of concern from the New York media about what would happen if a team with an inferior record during the regular season were to eliminate the Yankees in a wild card game. And it might
love it.
Very hang with them, right?
Yep. Love it.
And it might happen again this year where the Yankees, who might win 105 games this year, will find themselves in a one-game match with Oakland, perhaps Seattle.
Well, the Yankees are going to have to go on a tear to win 105 games.
Well, they've already got 85, and they've got
86.
86 today, right, with 26 games left.
Have to win 19 games this month.
1-2.
I would love to see it. I would love to see them win 100 games and not make the playoffs. Get knocked out in one game, a wild card game.
Well, they won't get much sympathy from San Francisco Giants fans because back in the day, you know, Giants would win, say, 95 games and the Dodgers would win 98, and there were no playoffs. So the Giants won 95 ball games with all the Hall of Famers in their lineup, but they couldn't get to the World Series because there was a better team in the National League. Usually it was the Dodgers.
Big hang with them.
2-2 to Odor, then Andrus and Mazzara. Barrios hoping to throw more strikes, have a quicker time of it after a very difficult second inning. 2-1 Yankees. And to our knowledge, Ron Gardenhire managed the entire game for Detroit after getting tossed out last night. Two and two. Pulled foul. And Odor will get a new bat. Interesting times here in Texas. Start of last night, high school football started here. And the hotel I scanned through the channels today, and every channel I turned on here had some football game on. I didn't get to the National Geographic channel, but I'm sure if I'd gotten there, it would have been like the University of Saskatchewan against the University of the Virgin Islands or somebody like that. Everybody's carrying football.
I still don't understand how football takes precedence over a Major League Baseball game.
I mean, like last night on their network?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't get that.
And you live in Texas. If you can't understand it, how do you expect me to understand?
Well, if the Twins wasn't here, I would have never noticed. Just to be honest,
there's your answer right there. 2-2. Odor having a battle with Barrios. His pitch count is over 50 already. And another foul ball.
It's just a protection swing right there. Odor is doing all he can. The foul ball that he pulled down the line was a 2-2 changeup. That was a fastball up and away. A nice breaking ball down towards the dirt. Get him to swing over top of it.
4 2-strike fouls for Odor. Little hard one hopper that hit Barrios in the first inning. Now he missed, and it's another 3-ball count.
Well, Garver wanted the curveball, and he was shook off by Barrios for the fastball in.
6 plate appearances have had 3 balls. 6 of 11. Got him with the changeup. And finally, Odor strikes out. 1 down. That'll bring up Andrus.
And there was a off-speed pitch and a regular fastball count. 3-2. He's looking for a fastball. Barrios pulls the string with a really good changeup. It was a strike to ball, not a ball to strike pitch. He was able to get him to swing right over the top of it. And what sells that pitch is the arm speed. It looks like a fastball, but you let the grip take the miles per hour off.
Andrus took a fastball for a called 3rd strike, his first time up. Chopper. Foul. My goodness, I thought that ball was fair. It's not reviewable. But I thought that ball bounced right over the bag.
I like to say Tishner had a better look than we did.
I would hope so, but look at this. Ooh, to me, that bounced right over the bag. It was grounded in fair territory on the first hop and looked like it sailed right over the base. But again, it's not a reviewable play because it is in front of the umpires and not behind them. Now Andrus is lingering a little bit. Maybe he thinks that the Rangers might challenge that.
That's called not knowing the rules.
1 strike. And that one is definitely foul.
You know, I always laugh. Now that we have instant replay for the last, what, 4 years, 5 years, you see a guy slide into second base, umpire call him out, and the first thing he do is point towards the dugout like, go check. Like they're not going to check anyway. You don't have to tell the bench to go check.
And one thing I've learned over the years in watching runners do that so confidently that they got the base safely, 9 out of 10 times they're wrong. No one's more intimately involved in the play than the runner, and he thinks he's safe, and most of the time he's not.
You still don't have to tell the bench to go check it. They're going to check it.
0-2. And now 1-2.
Look at Elvis Andrus and, you know, all the antics and the things that he does with the smile on his face. You have to call him Baby Beltre.
Yeah. Chopper to Sano, backhanded nicely, and Mauer digs it out of the dirt nicely. Sano, out of respect for Andrus' speed, decided he couldn't wait back for that longer second hop. He made a nice soft backhand pickup, and so did Mauer on the other end.
Very, very tough play. Just because of the way he's positioned, he had to come towards the line. And like you said, didn't want to wait for that second hop. He took the short hop and made a throw over to first base, and Mauer scooped it to get the speedy Andrus at first base.
2 down, and now Mazzara, who cranked a home run to center field, leading off the second inning.
I was telling somebody, they were saying something about Sano on Twitter, and I was like, you would be amazed at his size and how good his feet are and how he has a bazooka, attached to his body, because he can really throw the baseball. And just because he's a big guy, he's a very athletic big guy, and I don't think fans appreciate his size and the way he moves.
Big swing and a miss at the changeup.
I think Garver and Berrios learned the lesson from that first at bat. We're not going to just, throw fastballs and fastballs counts. We're going to keep him off balance and make him hit a breaking ball.
All 3 at bats this inning have started 0-2. And now 1-2. '65th pitch of the ball game for Berrios. Got him looking. Belt high fastball, and a much better third inning for Berrios. Yet the Rangers have a 4-2 lead.
blessed enough to have the opportunity to play in the playoffs. That's the end all be all goal, is to win the whole thing. So, for us, it's been cool, and I was lucky enough to be on 2 teams that were in a playoff push, and hopefully both teams can win it. I'll get double rings, so that'd be cool. But for sure, a miracle. We're pushing, and hopefully we can clinch it tonight and give us a little chance to rest and be excited for the playoffs.
Royce Lewis, part of the interview we did with Anthony LaPanta before the game on our pregame show today. And some interesting things in that interview. I hope you were able to listen to it. Lewis, of course, the #1 overall pick a year ago, and really going through a lot of things for the first time. I mean, he came out of high school, and now he's playing 140 games for the first time at 2 different levels. Had a terrible slump towards the end of August, but he's fought through that. But I wanted to ask you, with Sano now behind in the count 0-2, he'll be followed by Kepler and Garver. I wanted to ask you how important you think it is for players to win in the minor league. By all accounts, we're anxious to see Royce Lewis, and it looks like we're not going to have to wait very long to see him up here. But in terms of his development as a player, how important do you think it is for championships to come along with him, whether it be in the Midwest League or the Florida State League?
Well, I think it definitely teaches a guy how to win, but he's a winner. I mean, he's the guy that we took with the first pick overall last year. We knew what we were getting. High character guy, great parents, just the ultimate teammate. And we hadn't even talked about, the way he plays shortstop, or the way he squares the baseball up consistently as a 18, 19-year-old. And the way he handled himself his first full year in professional baseball. It's a tough year. His first year out of high school, first year living in somebody else's house. It was a really tough year for him, but he did a great job with everything that was going on around him, staying focused on baseball, and put together a very good sophomore year in baseball.
See, for Cedar Rapids, 21 games above 500. And the Cedar Rapids Colonels having a really good year. Fort Myers as well.
Toby Gardenhire has done a great job. I just saw them for 3 games in Beloit last week, and he has those guys clicking on all cylinders. The pitching, the defense, the hitting. They're playing at a really high level, and starting to run away with that second half, and they're going to start the playoffs. Yeah, Blaine Enlow, our 3rd-round pick last year. He's throwing the ball very well. I mean, it has been fun to watch that team just grow from when I saw them back in May to when I saw them last week.
And continue to play well, even though Alex Kirilloff and Royce Lewis have graduated from Cedar Rapids to Fort Myers. Those were 2 awfully big bats for the Colonels in the first half of the year.
Yeah, we drafted Michael Hellman and Mike Davis. I know Mike Davis is out of Texas Tech, and those guys have brought a lot of energy and good defense, and they've swung the bat extremely well for Cedar Rapids.
2-2. Gallardo's showing signs of settling into a bit of a groove here since Austin's walk in the 2nd inning. He's retired 5 batters in a row, pitching with a 2-run lead. 2-2 to Kepler. And now 3-2 with Garver on deck. It's poked down the left field line toward the corner, chased by Chu, and he makes a nice running catch on the warning track. That ball slicing toward the foul pole, but Chu with a nice catch at the end of a nice run. 2 down.
Great concentration and tracking that ball all the way into his glove. He made that last leap for it and was able to corral that baseball for the out.
Base is empty. 6 in a row set down by Gallardo. And Mitch Garver will bat. Hit a fly ball to center his first time up. Down and away, ball 1. And now high. 2-0. When you go through a rebuilding project like the Rangers have undergone, you hope that the veterans like Gallardo pitch well enough to give you some options before the trade deadlines. Wrapped to third, 2 hops to Profar, and keeping his foot on the bag is Guzman. And Gallardo's pitched well enough here with a pair of 1, 2, 3 innings. Out of here. Let's get caught up thanks to Xfinity.
Jake Cave leaves away with his 9th home run in the 2nd inning. Depositing the ball deep into the right field bleachers. And then Nomar Mazara, fastball for number 18. And he followed that up with a 2-run shot by Jose Guzman. A 3-run shot by Jose Guzman.
Ronald Guzman's 3-run home run, giving the Rangers a lead. And Barrios has had a good 1st inning and a good 3rd inning. And if he could have a mulligan, he'd want to have one during the 2nd inning. Cave and the Twins hoping to bounce back as they did last night.
Richard, I guess I wanted the kid name to be Jose Guzman, not Ronald.
Juan Guzman, he used to be a good pitcher. He's doing some of the Spanish broadcasting here for Texas. He's down a few booths. And Beltre with a swing and a miss. Tomorrow will be the last game for the Twins and Rangers in the season series, obviously, and we don't know what Beltre's plans are. At least I hope. There's Juan Guzman. Or Jose Guzman.
Hey, Jose.
A blast to left. Deep and gone. A home run for Beltre. His 8th of the year. And it's a 5-2 lead. All 5 Ranger runs scoring on home runs.
So a hanging slider from Barrios just hovered right there in the middle of the plate. And Beltre recognizes it, keeps his hands back, and just throw all barrel at the ball for a solo shot to start off this fourth inning.
And touching his head is a no-no. Up and away. I was going to say before he hit a home run against the Twins and Barrios that I hope he comes back and plays some more. He's one of my favorite players, has been for a long time. Not playing much at third base anymore as the Rangers are trying to give his legs a bit of a break. But a future Hall of Famer. Member of the 3,000 hit club. 2-0 now to Profar. Drew a walk his first time up.
I went out today doing batting practice and had a chance to have a long conversation with Beltre about retirement and You know, he asked me some questions about, you know, when I knew it was time to give it up, and I told him, and he told me that he really didn't know yet. He was going to take a couple of weeks off, maybe a couple months, and just try to reevaluate how he's feeling physically and mentally, talk it over with his family, and then he'll make his decision. And I told him the best time to retire is when they don't want you to, because when they want you to, it's too late.
They'll retire you for you.
Yes, they'll take their jersey back instead of you giving the jersey back.
2-2.
But he was just the same old happy, chipper Adrian Beltre. He's just great. I mean, just a great all-around teammate, great individual. And I saw him a lot when Eddie Guardado had his annual bowling tournament for autism, and every year I was there, Adrian Beltre was there also.
Swing and a miss. Profar strikes out for the first out of the 4th inning. And it'll bring up Gallo. And then whenever it does come to an end, he's one of those guys who's already given so much to the game, and no one would expect him to continue to do that. But the selfish part of you hopes that he does that, you know, because he's meant so much to the game.
Well, a guy with his character and just the way, you know, people speak of him, he'll always have one foot in the game and leaving his imprint somewhere.
If Gallo wants to get a double, all he has to do is bunt the ball up the third baseline. There are 4 outfielders, there are 3 infielders, and you can almost, you know, fit him in a boxing ring. Mauer's the only guy in the dirt, and that's only because he might hit a ground ball to Polanco, who's in short right field. And Barrios falls behind 2-0. He ended up walking Gallo. There was already a man on first in the 2nd inning, and then Guzman clubbed his 3-run home run.
There's nobody in straightaway center field.
This shift is similar to the one the Twins used against Jose Ramirez in Cleveland in the series finale there. And Ramirez threatened to bunt, and then on the next pitch did a wicked line drive to the corner, but Kepler was standing right there. So the shift worked. And now a foul, and it's 2-2.
I always laugh when I see. It's going to come a time in baseball where the shift is going to be non-existent, because minor league guys are seeing this. Minor league coaches are seeing it. They're teaching hitters to have a little bit more back control, so you can't position them and play them this way. There wasn't a hitter that Tom Kelly came in contact with that you could have played like that.
Barrios off the mound. Garver with a long run, and the ball hits the railing, and Barrios ended up backing away from, I think, contact he thought was coming from Garver. But there you go. That's a foul ball that would be caught by a third baseman in a normal defensive alignment.
And I think the angle that Barrios was coming from off the mound, he was running towards third base to the dugout, and he was looking into the lights. So it kind of like he was, you know, the ball got a little close. He saw it, he tracked it, and then he kind of lost sight of it. Right about there, like, oh, I didn't see it, and I wasn't close enough to catch it anyway.
2-2 to Gallo. And with now 2 strikes, the shift is even more pronounced on the right side of the infield outfield. Gallo strikes out. Garver has to find somebody to throw it to, and he ended up firing it to short right center field where Sano was standing.
That's a long throw.
2 down here in the 4th, and that'll bring up Guzman. I mean, Joey Gallo is going to make a lot of money in the game, but he's you know, striking out a lot and hitting about 200. And if they continued to shift him, if he could just put the ball in play, he could hit 300.
Well, I know one thing. They say, well, if a guy like that who hits 40 home runs every year, he wants to bunt, we'll give him that bunt. We just won't give him the extra base hit. Well, a guy like that's hitting 200 every year, I'm going to start taking those bunts, because that's going to raise my batting average.
And we've already seen it play out just the opposite of what they say. I think we saw Joe Madden with the Cubs, Kevin Cash with the Rays. An extreme shift put on, somebody beats the shift, and in the very next at bat, they're not in that shift anymore. They react to the success of the at bat before. as they should.
And Madden was one of the first managers to start doing all that extreme shifting. And now he's gotten away from it. I think he does the leaf shifting now with the Cubs. He threw it out there. Everybody bid on it. Now he's going back to the regular way.
Barrios fell behind Guzman before he hit his 3-run home run. Now it's 3-0. And there's a strike.
See if he can keep that same tempo, that same effort right there on that 3-0 fastball. He didn't try to overthrow it. I'm going to throw a nice strike right there at its most relaxed state, 93 miles an hour.
And the pitch is up. And it is the third walk issued by Barrios in 3 2/3 innings. We've talked about Barrios and Kyle Gibson both headed towards the 200 innings pitch mark, and it looks more and more like that might not happen for either one of those pitchers, because the Twins are going to have a 6-man rotation, it sounds like, for a good part, if not all, of September. And Barrios, frankly, is struggling pitching deep into ball games. This might be the 5th straight start that he does not pitch 6 innings for the Twins. Swung on and missed by Isaiah Kiner Falefa. One strike for the number 9 batter. And now 2 strikes.
Have you ever been here and got a foul ball in the?
Yeah. In fact, I'm kind of proud of this.
I can see the way you started this.
I caught the first press box foul ball in this ballpark years ago. And I'm frankly a little disappointed that there's not a plaque or something in here commemorating that. Barehanded, I caught it up here. Dave Winfield hit it.
That's pretty cool.
But do you see any sign here, any acknowledgement?
No, they got a little magnet on the door. It's probably about that big that commemorates it.
Is it?
I saw it. About the size of a quarter.
For all I know.
That big.
For all I know, you may have thrown the pitch.
No, I don't think I ever faced Winnie. You're proud of that. I like it, Richard.
Got to be proud of something. 2 strikes. I wonder, when they wrap up this ballpark at the end of next year, whether they'll invite me back as part of the ceremony, honoring the great moments of the ballpark.
I think they should. I'll talk to John Daniels and some of the other good folk here in the Texas Rangers, see if we can make that happen.
2 strikes. There's a high fly to deep left. Grossman retreats. Plenty of room out there to make the catch and end the 4th inning. Last night the Twins had a big 5th inning. We'll see if they can score some runs for Barrios tonight in the 5th. Pepsi fans of the game hoping the Twins can come back as they did last night. They were down 6 runs last night. It's only 3 tonight in the 5th inning.
Looking for a 5th inning explosion. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yes, my guy is up. Jake Cave hit a home run last night, and he hit a home run earlier tonight. It'll be Cave, Austin, and Grossman in the Twins' 5th. Cave hitting his 9th home run of the year with 2 outs in the 2nd inning. Outside, ball 1. Here's what happened in the 2nd inning. A no-doubter. StatCast AI, powered by AWS, measured at 443 feet.
The caveman.
Out of left field. And Chu will look up, and that one will clang off the fence. Cave digging for second, and he's got 2 extra base hits in his first 2 at-bats tonight.
That ball hit a jet stream. You can see the look on Giovanni Gallardo's face. I didn't think he hit that ball that good, but he hit it up in the jet stream and was able to shoot the ball over Chu's head for a double. Fastball was just running away from his bat. He was able to get the barrel on it. Jet stream, the ball takes off and ricochets off the top of the wall. It's almost a home run.
Yeah, it almost left the ballpark. Here's Austin, drew a walk his first time up.
Your pick to click.
Down and away, ball 1, a breaking ball. Austin started the 5th inning comeback last night with an opposite field home run. Swung on and missed. Another off-speed pitch. You maintained your velocity till the very end, right? I mean, you were still able to throw
95, 96.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's remarkable. You pitched into your 40s. I mean, that's remarkable that you were able to do that. But what happens to most pitchers, it seems like what was 93, 94 becomes 90, 91. And I think that's kind of where Gallardo is. Every once in a while, he's able to get it up a notch or 2 higher. So you never had to make the adjustment most guys have to make, where they got to figure out a way to get guys out with less velocity. And I think that's where Gallardo's at right now. 1-2 to Austin.
Well, I think his key to him is his off-speed pitches. He's able
to the right side and through for a base hit. Cave will round third. He's coming in, and Tyler Austin's made it a 5-3 ball game with a 2-strike single. And the Twins will get the tying run to the plate, and Robbie Grossman.
Watching that at bat, you knew that if he was going to put a swing on a ball, it was going to be a breaking ball, and that was a slider going away from him. The pitch before that was a fastball up in the zone coming towards him, so he's going up and in, down and away. He wouldn't get any fastball over the middle of the plate because of the damage that he did to that same pitch last night.
Here's Grossman, popped to short his first time up. Pitch is up, ball 1. Starting to stretch down in the Texas bullpen. 3 guys are twisting their torsos and getting their arms loose. Nobody's throwing a baseball out there yet.
Yeah, the 5th inning is usually that inning where the guys who know they have a chance of pitching in the 5th, 6th, maybe the 7th inning, those guys start to get loose, start moving around. And then the following inning, you get a chance to get the guys who pitching later in the game. They start up and getting moving around.
It's called up left-hander Andrew Vasquez, and he's getting loose. Grossman takes a strike, 1-1.
One of those straight changeup for a strike to get him back in the count at 1-1.
Taken off the plate. 2-1. after Grossman, the dreaded third trip through the batting order for pitchers these days. Tap foul. 2-2.
3 changeups in a row. Grossman being a fastball hitter, there's a good chance he's not going to get a fastball anywhere over the middle of the plate. It's going to be up and in or pounding that fastball down and away.
Grossman trying to keep the line moving here. Good start to the inning with a double followed by an RBI single.
So with the starter in the primary, that's to protect the guys.
Up the line, foul.
And the whiff. To protect the guys and help the guys who can't get through the lineup the third time. If they were to doing that back when I was starting, what could they have come up to help the guy get through the second time in the lineup? Because I couldn't figure it out.
Well, you seem to do okay.
2 starters.
Yeah, you seem to do okay as a relief pitcher. 2-2.
Tom Kelly. Thank him every day I get up for putting me in the bullpen.
Grossman takes ball 3 with Mauer on deck. The one thing it does, just we'll talk more about it tomorrow, of course, but this whole opener concept allows for the possibility by baseball rules that, as you mentioned last night, the primary pitcher can pick up a win without pitching 5 innings. There goes the runner, and the pitch grounded to short, stepping on the bag and hesitating, and then getting the double play. It's the second double play grounder that the Twins have hit into, and they even started the runner. Grossman couldn't have hit it to a better place for the Rangers. 2 down, bases empty for Mauer. That was a big pitch for Yovani Gallardo.
Talking about what pitch he was going to have to hit. It was a changeup that stayed up just a little bit. He pounded it into the ground for a tailor-made pitcher's best friend 6-4-3 double play. Well, 6-3 double play.
And now Mauer. Mauer lined a single to right. He hit one even a little bit harder in the third inning to left. And Chu made a nice catch on the warning track. And now inside 2-0.
So like I was saying, if Tom Kelly's listening, once again, thank you very much, TK. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I would have had to get a real job if I'd have stayed out there and try to pitch 5 innings every 5 days.
Strike of the knees, 2-1. High hopper over the mound, and Andrus takes charge, makes the play. Twins get one back on a pair of hits that open the 5th inning. It's 5-3. Is presented by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the Twin Cities. And by Grand Casino. The best stories start here. It's a 5-3 ball game. Twins hoping to come back. Target Field's become a top choice for families in Twins territory, celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, family celebrations of all kinds. You can schedule your special event in a fully catered Target Field hospitality space available for groups of 16 to 250 plus. You can learn more at twinsbaseball.com/groups or call 800-33-TWINS. About to see the major league debut of Andrew Vasquez, just called up in time for the game today. In fact, he had a little bit of a flight issue, he and Tyler Duffy, but they are here. Presumably Duffy's here as well. And he really, at an accelerated pace, came through the minor league system this year to throw his first major league pitch. Ball one.
Andrew Vasquez from Rancho Cucamonga, California. I saw him pitch in Cedar Rapids last year, and I saw him pitch twice this year in Fort Myers and in Chattanooga. Featuring a fastball, good arm side run, 78 to 82 miles an hour sweeping slider, which I've seen him throw 12 consecutive pitches and get 8 swing and misses on his slider.
Okay.
So his slider is his primary out pitch.
Well, he needs to throw it over. He's falling behind Chu, 2-0 here. It's a fastball at 89. And for Vasquez, he started this year in Fort Myers, went to Chattanooga, then went to Rochester, and now he's graduated all the way to the big leagues. 2-1 to Chu. And there's the slider over for a strike.
He's going to throw it again and again. I'm glad we brought him up. His slider is so good in the minor league, and giving him this audition in September lets us know if that slider can play in the big leagues.
Down and away, and Chu took that one for ball 3. Alan Buznitz getting loose behind him. Slider bounced to Mauer, and Vasquez can't handle the throw, and Chu will reach. Nice play by Mauer, who was running towards right field, and the throw right on top of the bag, but Vasquez didn't catch it. It'll be an error to the pitcher.
It's a 3-2 slider, which we knew he was going to throw. He got Chu to ground it kind of in the hole. Mauer had to go get it, turn and make a good throw right on the top of the bag. Vasquez gets there, kind of catches it. It was sinking down on him. He wasn't able to squeeze it in.
Here is Odor. Odor's 0 for 2. Comebacker to Barrios and a strikeout. I think we'll see this more often in September, unless a starting pitcher really has things going his way. I think the Twins will be not the least bit hesitant to going to the bullpen, even in this case bringing in Vasquez for his major league debut. And things were not going well for Barrios. 3 home runs allowed, 5 runs over 4 innings. And now through the shift, a base hit to center. Chu will round second and gain third base, and a big turn at first. And Vasquez, after the error, gives up a base hit, and the Rangers are threatening right away.
See, that's why I have a problem. That's when I have a problem with the shift, because Rutan and Odor has never faced Andrew Vasquez. He's never seen his slider, never seen his fastball. How do we know what he's going to do with his fastball? Just because what he's done with other guys' fastballs in the big league, we don't know what he's going to do with this. So I would like to see him being played straight up, and then you'll know how the guys are going to react to his breaking ball.
Here's Elvis Andrus. Twins just got a run back in the top half of this inning, and now just 8 pitches into Vasquez's outing. He's got first and third, nobody out. Taken low, ball 1. Haven't seen the young man pitch before, but that's kind of his high end velocity wise is 90, right?
Yes, he's going to be 87 to 91 with his fastball. He's going to get a, like I said before, arm side run, which is to the left. He's going to run back into him.
Going to run away to a right-hand hitter. And then he's going to slider you to death.
Well, meteoric is a good term to describe his rise through the system this year. When you start in high A ball and you move through Double A and Triple A and find yourself in a big league ballpark, and now you find yourself first and third, nobody out. That's to short right. Kepler coming in. Chu is going to bluff home, and the throw comes through to Garver. Chu wasn't sure what to do with that. He played it off the base for a while, then he retreated to the base and ended up bluffing down the line. So the first out for Vasquez comes on a short fly ball to Kepler.
It's a good out, good pitch right there to get Elvis Andrus to hit a lazy fly ball to right field. Now he's one pitch away from getting out of this inning. One pitch away.
Needs a ground ball hit at somebody. Mazzara homered to center and then was called out on strikes in the third. Oh, a low throw by Bauer. A pickoff throw that'll allow the run to come in. And Odor advances to second. Chu trots in from third. Butterflies can manifest themselves in different ways. And here in Vasquez's first inning, we've seen him drop a throw from Mauer and then auger a pickoff throw into the dirt. It'll be his second error of his first major league inning.
I'd like to see how many pitchers make their major league debut and make 2 errors. But like you said, there's definitely some nerves. He's had a long day. His flight was delayed. And he finally made it here during game time. And then it gets to the ballpark and you're in the game.
Yeah, he gets to the ballpark, probably knew already Barrios is starting. So, well, I don't even have to think about coming until the 6th inning. And boom, there you are in the 5th. Breaking ball up high. Barrios threw 88 pitches in his 4 innings of work. Breaking ball over. 13 pitches and what? 10 sliders, you think? 3 fastballs, maybe?
I say about 8 or 9.
Zach Curtis getting loose. Now inside, 2-1. Six-3 Rangers as they get an unearned run here in the 5th. Fastball tap foul.
Another good swing on a fastball by Mazzara. He never gets off the fastball. So it counts 2-2 right now. Good slider, breaking down and away from his swing to get a strikeout. Still got a chance to do some damage control in his inning. You know, 2 errors so far by himself. He could do himself a real justice getting a strikeout.
Nice play. He's got the runner trapped between second and third, but gets the out at first. He got the first hop, stared right at the runner, and Paul Molitor is going to come out and get him. 2 down in the inning, and now Odor stands at third base.
Well, I don't mind that so much because if he throws that ball to second base, Odor gets into a run down long enough for the guy to get to second base. So he's going to score anyway. But he was out there. He was definitely out there pretty far. But you know what? In that situation, you have to get the out. He, you know, in his mind, he already made a catching, a fielding error and a throwing error. He's going to make sure he makes a good throw to first base.
Beltre will bat against Buznitz when we come back. Catch the games on TV, stream them live on your mobile device with Fox Sports Go. Download the app and take Fox Sports North and Twins baseball wherever you go. Adrian Beltre will hit against Alan Buznitz, who compared to Vasquez as a seasoned veteran. Vasquez making his major league debut, and now Buznitz will try to get the last out of the inning. Strike one. Beltre hit a home run, leading off the fourth inning against Barrios, his 8th of the year.
Buznitz's last pitch, 8:30 in Cleveland, 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, and a home run. He's got a big task right here, getting Adrian Beltre out.
Fly ball to center. Cave retreats, still going back, and he makes a reaching catch on the warning track. That ball carried farther than I thought. More importantly, it carried farther than Jake Cave thought. But it is a scoreless 5th inning. Excuse me, the Rangers get an unearned run in the 5th inning. And it's 6-3. Inning. And Gallardo is still out there. It'll be Forsythe, Polanco, and Sano in the 6th. The ball blasted to the gap in left center field. Chu won't be able to, well, he will cut it off in the gap, but Forsythe digs for second. And on the first pitch of the 6th inning, the Twins get their 2nd straight leadoff double. Forsythe is aboard now for Polanco, and we'll see how long Jeff Bannister, well, I can't even complete the thought. He's coming out to get him right now. And Gallardo throws one pitch in the 6th inning, and that'll be the end of the day for him. He's got a chance to pick up the win. Twins with a home run, a couple of doubles, 3 singles against him. He issued just 1 walk, and he comes out with a 3-run lead. the second night in a row. Wednesday, September 12th is Minnesota Wild Night at Target Field. Limited number of Wild theme night ticket packages are available that include a game ticket and a Twins Wild co-branded stocking cap. You can learn more at twinsbaseball.com/wild or call 800-33-TWINS. Zach Curtis will be making his first Texas Ranger appearance. Made 7 with the Phillies. He's also been in the big leagues with the Diamondbacks and the Mariners. And he was picked up on a waiver claim from the Philadelphia Phillies. Spent some time at Round Rock, their AAA affiliate, and now he's here in the big leagues trying to keep this a 6-3 game for Texas.
Zach Curtis featuring a 3-pitch mix: fastball, slider, changeup. Rarely uses the changeup. Left-hand hitters are hitting a whopping 125 against him. Right-hand hitters 208.
Forsythe at second. Here's Polanco. Fastball and a strike. Last pitch in the big leagues for the Phillies on June 29th against the Nationals. Polanco swings and misses, got the breaking ball, and it's 0-2.
It's a good hard slider breaking down towards the back foot of Polanco's. Pitch that's hard to get to. Usually you swing over the top of it or beat it into your on the top of your foot somewhere.
See what Polanco can get done here. Down 3 runs, you got to find a way to get Forsythe at least to third base.
Well, judging from that swing and that pitch, he's going to try to repeat that.
And Polanco got a piece of it, lifting it over the dugout out of play.
See the difference between that slider and the previous pitch was the previous pitch was down. All Polanco do was able to swing over the top. That pitch was just slightly elevated, and he was able to foul it off.
2 strikes to Polanco. Just inside, 1-2.
Similar to the same pitch. That was 1-1. Swung over the top of it. He was able to lay off of that 1-2. Himself another pitch right here, something that he can handle and drive to the right side of the field to get Forsythe over to third base.
And Polanco fouled it to the backstop. Got a fastball down.
A pretty good fastball, 92, 93 miles an hour, and on his scouting report, it says he's really good at keeping the ball down in the zone, making the hitters have to work to get to that fastball.
Twins out hitting the Rangers 6-4, but they're down 3 on the scoreboard in the run column. Looped in foul ground, and Guzman's able to make a foul ball catch, 1 away. That'll bring up Sano. Sano tonight, a fly ball to right and a swinging strikeout. Sano so far hitting 188 against lefties, and right now his season batting average is 203, which is what it was when he was recalled 5 weeks ago. Fastball just missing outside, ball 1. And the first couple weeks after he came back, he was heading the batting average in the right direction, but now it's come back to where it was when he was sent down.
Well, I know it's not from lack of working at it. He's trying. He's getting extra help, extra hitting in from James Rowland.
That's down the line. It'll hook foul.
Our hitting coach, and he's doing the things. He's putting in the work. He's just not getting the results right now. And if you keep putting in the work, eventually the results will come.
Connor Sadzik added to the roster yesterday after their trade with the A's. 1-1 to Sano. Caught a wicked line drive, speared by Odor. And Sano couldn't hit the ball any harder than he just did. 2 down. Forsythe did a nice job not getting doubled off there.
There's room to be frustrated because he's had a tough go as of late. But when you're hitting balls like that, it's just a matter of time before some of those balls are going to fall through.
It had all the exit velocity anyone would ever need. 2 down, and now Kepler. Did a slicing line drive near the foul pole, and Chu made a really nice catch on his drive in the 4th inning. 2 outs later, Forsythe is still at second. Now a pitch off the plate. We saw Kepler last night get a couple of hits against left-handed pitching.
You take one of those half swings and hit the ball down the third base line for a double.
Check swing, and it's 2-0. Now missing inside, 3-0 with Garver on deck.
Down by 3 runs. I don't think the Kepler had a green light right here. We're taking a strike.
And he missed outside, and now the tying run comes to the plate in Mitch Garver. Garver tied the game with a double last night, and he won't have a chance to hit against the lefty. Jeff Bannister making the move. Again, the yellow armbands and emblems that you see all to raise awareness of childhood cancer. And Garver will have a chance again to tie the game up in the middle innings. Wow. MLB At Bat is your #1 Twins app. You can customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Twins home screen icons and features such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. Mitch Garver will try to catch up to the heat of Connor Sadzik. In AAA, decent numbers. This will be his first major league pitch.
He's featuring a fastball at 95 to 99 miles an hour, and he throws predominantly straight gas.
Goes into the stretch position and then steps off the rubber. About to throw again his first big league pitch. Sounded fast. 99 and a strike.
The crowd get excited over 99. They don't care if it was a strike or not. They just want it to be 99 to 100 plus.
Garver fouls it back, and it's 0-2.
That hit pretty close. You hear it? I heard that.
Sadzik, the Rangers' 11th round pick back in 2011, and was a starting pitcher. And they moved him into the role of a reliever in the middle of last year. 0-2 to Garver. $100. Been up and in. Like so many former starters, and you went through it too. Pat Mahomes went through it.
I'm guilty.
You go out of the rotation and then pitching in a more limited framework like relief pitching an inning or two at a time, you get an uptick in velocity.
You don't feel like you have to save something for the third and the fourth and the fifth inning. And I always felt like I did that when I was starting, but I never made it that far.
And Garver gets an off-speed pitch and swings and misses. Twins get a leadoff double and a 2-out walk, but they leave 2 aboard and still trail 6-3. At the bottom of the 6th. And if you're game for a little excitement, head to foxsportsnorth.com. Submit a photo and message for the opportunity to be featured in the Minnesota Lottery Winner's Circle during the broadcast and get $100 in scratch tickets. With the Minnesota Lottery, every day is game day. Alan Buznitz will start the 6th inning. He'll face Jurickson Profar with the Rangers up by 3. And Buznitz, having seen a guy throw 100 miles per hour, doesn't need to apologize for 96, does he?
Not at all.
One strike.
Maybe 92, 3, 94, but not 96.
1 strike to Profar, and then it'll be Gallo and Guzman. And he swings through 96, 0-2. So now Buznitz has the opportunity to do what Sadzek did, and that is pick up a strikeout on the breaking ball.
Yeah, I wouldn't. After watching Profire's couple at bats yesterday, he's done some damage off breaking balls. I like to stay hard.
And he does inside at 96 again. Busenit's got the last out of the 5th inning. The Rangers added a run, an unearned run with 2 errors committed by Vasquez in his major league debut. You know, the Twins came back, won the ball game last night after falling behind 6-0, and they won it 10-7. And it's easy to focus on the 10 when, in fact, the reason that Twins were able to win the ball game is the bullpen was lights out. And only, turns out, a meaningless run in the 9th inning. Only 1 hit allowed in 5 1/3 innings. And so now it's important for the Twins bullpen to try to do something similar here. The run that the Rangers scored in the 5th, an unearned run, but you know, this game's still very much within reach, but you can't be giving back runs through the middle innings.
That's true. And I think the Twins have a chance to score some more runs in this ball game, but like you said, the bullpen is going to be has to be just as solid tonight as they were yesterday.
2-2 now to Profar. And a breaking ball missing low, full count.
You know, whenever I'm on the broadcast, you know, we talk about getting text messages from guys, you know, old teammates, and Chris Latham, he's a police officer in Las Vegas now, and he just texts me. And he was my teammate here from 1997, 1999. And he's watching the broadcast. What's up, C-Late? Hope you're doing well, brother. Stay safe out there, keeping everybody else safe.
Lead on the fastball, a foul ball.
See, late on that fastball at 3-2 to let you know he's sitting on something off speed. He's waiting. Just don't give in.
And Busenitz will reload another 3-2. And another foul ball on another fastball.
Late.
Profar walked and scored on Guzman's 3-run home run in the 2nd. And then Barrio struck him out swinging in the 4th.
Gonna stay hard. Nothing soft.
And another foul.
It was a hanging breaking ball from Gonsalves yesterday with bases loaded, and he hit the ball off the left field wall. I think he had another hit, you know, up the middle off a breaking ball. You got to stay hard with this guy. You got to execute a good pitch either down and in or away.
It's a ball hit to left lazily toward Grossman, and Busenitz finally wins the battle, 1 down. We'll bring up Gallo. And with the bases empty, we'll see if the Twins do the shift again. Forsythe is running to the left field corner. Polanco's running to short right field. Sano swings over as well. I mean, you were probably too young. Did you ever play electric football where you hit the switch and the players all move at one time?
No, I played techno football, but not electric football. No.
Electric football. You hit a button and you had these football players running all over the field. That's kind of what happens now with the shifts these days. The right fielder goes over there, center fielder goes over there, left fielder there, second baseman goes out there, shortstop goes out there, third baseman goes there.
Okay, I wonder what do you have to do to get the short end of the stick to have to take the furthest run? Like Forsythe from second base all the way to left field.
And we saw him in Cleveland looking in the dugout and pointing to the corner like, should I go to the corner? And they nodded, yes, you got to go to the left field corner. Big pop-up over the Twins dugout. 1-2.
But you can continue to do this shift if Gallo doesn't make the adjustment. If he's not going to make the adjustment, why should the Twins defense make the adjustment?
And he strikes out quickly. Out number 2. And that'll bring up Guzman. So far, Buznitz has done a nice job. Faced 3 men and got 3 outs.
A good hard curveball slider at 85 miles an hour, just under the launch angle type swing that Joey Gallo has, featuring for the strikeout.
Little break as everybody retreats to a more conventional position.
And who's the guy that had the furthest run back to his position? Forsythe.
You know, the Brewers used that as justification for a while. They had Travis Shaw move from third base to second base, and before they got Jonathan Scope, and now I think they're going to put Shaw out in the outfield. But they use that as a justification. Look, there are no standard infield positions anymore with the shifts. Shaw sometimes has spent time on the right side of the infield anyway as a third baseman, so he's used to it a little bit. Strike on the outside corner.
That's a well executed fastball at 96 miles an hour. Out of half of the plate to Guzman. Ronald Guzman.
Tap to the right side. Forsythe to the ground ball. Mauer to the bag, and a good 6th inning for Alan Buznitz. Refreshing finish, and Jake Cave has been driving the baseball.
Getting a lot of pitches he can handle up in the strike zone, and he's not missing them. Ball off the wall in left field, home run to right field, home run last night, and he's an extra base hitting young man right now. Run a ball down at the wall off the bat of Adrian Beltre, stopping people from getting hits, and he's getting a lot of hits.
And he will lead off the 7th against yet another Texas pitcher. Left-hander Jeffrey Springs has done a nice job as of late for Jeff Bannister.
Springs started the year pitching with the Frisco Rough Riders, the Double-A affiliate for the Texas Rangers.
Cave with a home run and a double, 2 runs scored, trying to get aboard. Starting the 7th inning, there's a strike on the outside corner.
The ball was only 91 miles an hour on the outer half of the plate, but it looked a lot harder than that.
Cave bounces it to the right side. Guzman to the bag. 1 away. We'll bring up Tyler Austin. Austin with a walk and an RBI single. We've seen the tremendous power that Austin has, but in a way the RBI single in the 5th was impressive. 2 strikes, just wanted to put the ball in play. Got a breaking ball on the outer half and just kind of bounced it through the hole to the right side.
99 hopper for the RBI. Gotta love it.
1-0 to Austin. And now a strike.
The right-hand hitter Springs primarily a two-pitch pitcher, fastball, changeup, but he will throw the slider from time to time. This at the back foot of the right-hand hitters.
One and two to Austin. And Austin swings through. Strike three. 2 down. That'll bring up Grossman with the bases empty.
Showed him his fastball, slider, and his changeup that at bat, and put him away with a good fastball in the middle away half of the plate, and swung straight through it.
Grossman with a pop up to short and a ground ball to short. Now a ball lifted to short right field. Mazara is there, and it was a quick 1-2-3 7th inning, and the Twins still trail 6-3. Grand Casino story of the game. Twins need to try to come back again tonight.
Jake Cave still in the show with his 9th home run in the 2nd inning. And then the scoring for the Texas Rangers, Nomar Mazara with his 18th home run straightaway center field off of Jose Barrios. And Ronald Guzman with a 3-run blast for his 14th home run in the 2nd inning to give the Rangers a 4-2 lead. And Beltre catches a hanging slider from Barrios for his 8th home run of the season. He had a 5-2 lead, Texas Rangers.
And now the Rangers will hit in their half of the 7th inning against Oliver Drake. Oliver Drake so far has pitched about as well as anybody can, with the exception of one outing. He gave up 3 earned runs to the A's back on the 24th of August in an inning's worth of work. Gave up a couple of hits, a home run, and a walk. But other than that, it's been one scoreless outing after another.
Been very good since coming over here after playing with 5 teams this year. Very impressive. He's I like what he features. I like the deception that he has in his fastball, the arm angle, the slot that he throws out of, and he's throwing his fastball and his split out of the same spot, and he has a really, really good split. The thing tumbles down out of the strike zone like a 12-6 curveball.
We've talked about this at length, but it really is true. I don't know that the Twins have had a more diverse
That's true.
set of relief pitchers ever in their history. When you look at the curious deliveries that Drake, Hildenberger, Moya, they all bring a different look, which in this day and age where it's almost a rarity when there are fewer than 3 or 4 relief pitchers used for a win in big league baseball, I would think that different look, the variety of different looks, could be really beneficial to the Twins.
Well, it definitely can be beneficial simply because, like you said, it's a different look. You're giving all the hitters a different arm angle, a different relief spot. You give them something different, and they just can't key on. You don't have guys coming out of your bullpen that are doing the same thing. And that plays well for the success that your bullpen can have over the course of a season.
Well, he's got very impressive splits as a Twin. Drake has given up just 2 hits and 21 at-bats to left-handers and 3 hits and 21 at-bats to right-handers. I asked Paul Molitor today with this whole concept of an opener and then a primary pitcher, which the Twins are going to do tomorrow, what qualifications he would look for an opener. Tomorrow it looks like it's going to be Moya. Here's a bouncer to third. Sano has a long throw. No problem. Again, Mauer digs out a one-hop throw. And Khalifa running down the line is nipped on a close play, 1 down. So Molitor's response was he was looking for a pitcher for the opener to not have a wide split between righties and lefties. In other words, somebody hitting or pitching and giving up a 340 batting average, say, to right-handers and a 170 to left-handers. He says he doesn't want that. He wants Moya, who's fairly even. But this guy has been really outstanding against both righties and lefties. And so as we move forward through September, it's entirely possible that Oliver Drake might be a future, not starter, but opener for the Twins.
Oh, I love the terminology. But you're correct. I mean, I just have to look at his Angels this year, Cleveland Indians, Toronto Blue Jays. I mean, he's been around the world. He's been from the East Coast to the West Coast. He's been all over. But it's one thing about a reliever. Looks like he's found a place where he can be comfortable. He can go out there and be the pitcher that, that he can be, and that's going out there throwing a lot of strikes, putting the ball filling up the strike with quality strikes, and making guys hit his pitch.
Moya will be the opener tomorrow in front of Zach Littell. There's a swing and a miss, 2-2.
And that split finger right there that he just released to Chu, it lets you know how good that pitch is. It looks like a fastball coming out of the same arm slide over the top of his head, and Chu thought it was a fastball. It was a changeup. He swung right to it and broke down to one knee.
Replay brought to you by Carrier, and now Drake to the bag, and there's out number 2. More than a strikeout per inning pitch, and a lot of weak contact that we've already seen here in the first 2 outs of the 7th. And now Rougned Odor. Odor 1 for 3. Grounded a single through the shift in Vasquez's major league debut. In the dirt, ball 1.
When you have a split that's good as Oliver Drake's, and it looks like he gets it in there pretty deep, so he has to preset that pitch in his hand and bringing it to his glove and keep it there if that's the pitch he's going to throw. But if he's going to throw a fastball or a breaking ball, he has to change it, but he has to start with that split grip.
That's hit to right field pretty well. Kepler looking up, but it is gone. A home run by Odor. His 18th of the year, and the lead keeps growing at 7-3. Fourth home run of the night for Texas.
Back-to-back splits right there. That wide grip. That's why he has to preset it, but it was back-to-back. Good splits. That one's just a little elevated. It was next to the one that he threw that was down in his own, and he got to swing and miss. But that was elevated. When you elevate anything, you give the guys a better chance of putting a good swing on it.
And now Andres.
Richard, I can't. It's one of those games like, I don't understand, why am I coughing? I'm drinking as much water as I can. I'm like, Jesus, what is wrong with me over here?
And foul back. Second home run allowed by Drake in the Twins uniform. And again, this is kind of what the Twins did not do last night. Chris Martin warmed up. He might be next for the Rangers out of their bullpen. Bullpen was lights out last night in relief of Gonsalves. And the only run the Rangers got late was scored without a hit. And a strike. Andres 0 for 3. Sano made a nice play on his ground ball in the third inning. Still 1-2.
Fastball. Elvis Andrus shot that ball over right field just a little late, and that would make me believe that he's also looking for something soft in the zone that he can put a good swing on. That doesn't mean you can't throw it. That just means you can't hang it.
He left that up high out of the strike zone. 2-2. Fly ball left center field, and Cave comes in and makes a running catch to end the inning. Rougned Odor with a home run. The Rangers had another run in their half of the seventh. Well, the young man's really good. The Twins probably gave him his worst start of the year at Target Field. But he's on his way Probably will get some Cy Young votes, I would think. Delano DeShields in center field with Joey Gallo moving over to left field in place of Shin-Soo Choo. Well, the Twins find themselves now 4 back. Snell second to Chris Sale beginning play today in earned run average. Sale's on the disabled list. And in terms of wins, Snell now is tied with Severino and Kluber. We'll see what the Twins can get done here in the 8th, starting with Joe Mauer.
Chris Martin on the mound, pitching in his hometown, Arlington, Texas. Attended Arlington High School, a teammate of mine back in 2014 with the Colorado Rockies. Fastball, 94 to 97, cutter, 89 to 92, and his slider, 82 to 86. He throws his fastball 52% of the time, and his cutter 30% of the time. So you see some cutters to those left-hand hitters.
Just off the outside corner there.
He made the team for the first time with us in 2014, and he had a great story, man. He got drafted, got hurt, gave up baseball, went to work at an appliance store here in Arlington.
Bauer shoots one down the line. That's a fair ball, and it will beat Gallo to the corner. Bauer will go to second with his second hit.
Wow.
A leadoff double here in the 8th. And Gallo's got a great arm. He just showed it off there.
He sure did.
One batter into this inning, the Twins have a runner in scoring position.
Chris Martin was working at an appliance store, and his manager knew that he had pitched, so he brought a glove and wanted to play catch with him. And he started playing catch with his manager, and his arm started to feel better and better and better. So he went back out and tried out and ended up pitching on making an independent league team.
It's a big guy, 6'8", 225. Logan Forsythe will bat. Forsythe hit a leadoff double in the 6th, but never even saw third base. Twins have had 3 leadoff doubles in their last 4 innings. Cave got one and scored in the 5th. Forsythe got one in the 6th, but didn't score, and now Mauer at second here in the 8th. 1 strike to Forsythe. Single and a double in the ball game here tonight.
You start grouping base hits together and get the train moving.
One and one to Forsythe. Swung on and missed.
It's a good fastball on the outer half of the plate. Forsythe swung right through it.
Down and away, and it's 2-2. We spent some time last night talking about the Texas pitching woes, particularly since the All-Star break. It extends through their rotation, through their bullpen. We'll see if the Twins can do something against the Ranger bullpen here tonight. Polanco on deck.
The 2-2. This pitch. Throw him another fastball in the outer half of the plate at 96 miles an hour. Or he can throw that nice cutter that he features and throws 30% of the time.
And that one's looped over the head of the first baseman. Guzman. Now a single. Mauer's coming home, and he will score. And Forsythe has his 3rd hit of the night. And it's 7-4. 2 of the hits hit weakly to the right side, but they found some outfield grass.
Well placed. The catcher sets up away. 97 miles an hour, just leaks back over the middle of the plate. And Forsythe was able to dump that ball into right field for RBI scoring single.
Rangers were getting some pretty good 8th inning relief work from Corey Guerin, but they dealt him to Oakland yesterday for a couple of minor league prospects. Popped up off the bat of Polanco, and Profar has room in foul ground to make the catch for the first out. So unless or until someone steps up and pitches some clean innings in the 8th inning, will be a question mark for the Rangers, because Guerin actually did a nice job, and to such degree that the A's were interested in picking him up to bolster their already deep bullpen. Here is Sano, 0 for 3. Knocked the stuffing out of the ball his last time up. Lining to Odor for the second out of the 6th inning. And a fastball for a strike.
Hopefully that last at bat by Sano, the line drive that he hit on the screws to Rougned Odor, is the start of something good, of him putting some good swings on some fastballs.
96 on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. And if the pattern continues, we're very likely to see the breaking ball that he has now here. And there it was, and it's a swinging strike 3. 2 down.
Just you know, pitch sequence, pitch selection. You know, the fastball in that same area, you got a strike for it at 96 miles an hour, and he throws that slider at 85 miles an hour. 12-6 slider in that same area, and Sano just could not swing at that pitch. He had done a great job up until now, not swinging at that breaking ball down and away from him.
Here's Kepler, and a breaking ball over for a strike.
That pitch, strike 3 to Sano, that was his slider. That first pitch to Kepler, that was a backdoor cutter. The cutter is just a little bit harder, less break.
And he put it in a good spot, just broke over the outside corner.
Call it the backdoor.
Fastball away. Maybe the same pitch, clocked at the same velocity. 1-1. Just need a 2-out jolt here. Kepler is 0 for 2 with a walk. Sliced a drive to the warning track in the left field corner. And a potential extra base hit taken away. Now up and away, 2-1. Inning started with a Mauer double. Forsythe followed with an RBI single. Swung on and missed, 2-2.
That's that slider into the left-hand hitter. Looks like a fastball, but breaking in on his hands. He's thrown him 3 of them, 2 for a strike. The one was at 91 miles an hour that he didn't get down in the zone. He's going to go back out there with a backdoor cutter or try to shoot a fastball, dart a fastball for strike 3.
And a fair ball is called by Alan Porter, and that ends the inning. An inning that started with 2 hits and finishes with the Twins getting just 1 run. will pitch for the Twins. And he will pitch to a different catcher with Williams Astudillo coming in place of Mitch Garver. And for Reed, it's his 50th game of the year. And the first couple months were better than the last few months have been. Omar Mazara will lead things off, so we don't know of any health issue with Mitch Garver, but of course Cruz Jimenez is on the roster as well, so the Twins aren't using their lone backup catcher. First pitch lifted to center, and Cave comes over, and Mazara is retired on one pitch.
He never gets off the fastball. He's always ready for that pitch.
And that'll bring up Beltre. That's been a tough go for Reed. Some time on the disabled list, of course. And he's been scored upon in 4 of his last 6 outings.
It's been a tough go this year. Just watching from afar, watching every game, and just a lot of his pitches have been missing over the plate. Over the plate. When he's going away, he's just leaving it just where the balls just leak just back over the plate, just enough to get on the barrel. Try to go in, he pulls it over the middle of the plate. Try to go away, he leaves it in the middle of the plate. Just over the years, he hadn't been doing that, and that's the reason why he hadn't had a good year, because everything is right down Broadway.
Swung on and missed. I think along with it, though, too, there's been some decrease in velocity. And that's a bad combination when you don't throw as hard as you used to and you leave it over the plate.
Yeah, but with him, I don't think he relied on velocity so much. He relied on his movement and his location. He's never been a guy, I don't think, that threw 95, 96, 97 miles an hour. But with him, with the couple miles an hour difference and not being able to throw it over the middle, throw it to where he wants to throw it, that's where the problem's coming in at.
Missing inside now, 3-2 to Beltre. Profar on deck. This game turned in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And the Rangers hit 2 home runs against Jose Barrios, one of them with 2 men on board who would reach base by walking. High fly left field. Grossman, with the wind blowing in, trying to help knock that ball down, keep it in the ballpark, 2 down. 2019 season tickets are on sale. Season ticket holders get the best seats at the best price and automatically become part of the Sweet Spot Rewards and Benefits program. You can learn more at twinsbaseball.com/season tickets or by calling 800-33-TWINS. 2 down, and now Jurickson Profar. Missing inside with a breaking ball. Check swing. 2-0. When we get to the 9th inning, it will be Astudillo's spot in the batting order to lead things off. The Texas closer, Jose Leclerc, getting loose. That's to left, hanging in the air for Grossman. And Reed has one of his better outings, 3 outfield flies and a quick bottom of the 8th. Okay, well. Well, Ronald Guzman with the biggest swing of the night after a couple of walks. Guzman hit a 3-run home run in that pivotal second inning for the Rangers. At the time, the Twins had a 2-0 lead. Mazara's homered, Odor's homered, Beltre's homered. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the best closer in the major leagues you've probably not heard of, Jose Leclerc. He's having a tremendous year for the Rangers. And he only has 7 saves, but an opponent batting average of 133. He's given up 1 home run in 49 2/3 innings. Fouled back by Astudillo, and it's 1-1.
24-year-old Jose Ramon Leclerc hails from Loma de Cabrera, Dominican Republic.
49 2/3 innings, only 22 hits.
Good stuff.
1-1 to
94 to
Astudillo.
97. Fastball sits about 95s. A slider, a curveball, a changeup, and he has a split finger.
Two and one. And a high fly to center. Trotting under it is the Shields. Just activated today, and he makes the catch, 1 away.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Minnesota Twins LLC.
We'll bring up Cave, who's had a very productive series here. Tonight, a home run and a double, 2 runs scored. And he takes a fastball on the outside corner. The game last night, Cave was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Got a sacrifice, hit the go-ahead home run. One strike. Twins made some call-ups that did not include Byron Buxton, and it might be that Buxton doesn't get called up in September at all. But if that is the case, Cave will get an extended look in center field. Swing and a miss.
If that split finger hinted on it, he uses as his changeup. 89 miles an hour falling off the table. Very effective pitch.
1-2 to Cave. And same pitch, and he got it at the knees. And Cave's called out on strikes, 2 away.
Like a changeup. You see 3 fingers on the ball. It's at the bottom of the zone. No chance that ball's being called a strike last night.
Leclerc giving the Twins a little taste of what he's given the rest of the league. Tyler Austin last hope for the Twins, down by 3. To the backstop, ball 1. Austin with a walk, an RBI single, and a strikeout. Twins have out hit the Rangers 8-5, but Barrios had some control issues and paid with the 3-run home run. And the Rangers got another run on the when Vasquez, the pitcher, committed 2 errors. And other than that run in the 5th inning, all the other Texas runs have come on home runs. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-2.
Kirk, not a big fella, 6 feet, 170, 75 pounds. But he got a very quick right arm and a good arsenal to go with it.
Just hasn't had many opportunities to save games.
We go back to that changeup for strike 3.
That's impressive. A good young closer for the Texas Rangers. He picks up the save here tonight, and the Rangers have evened this series at a game apiece. Twins started out in front, as the Rangers did last night, and as the Twins did last night, the Rangers did it tonight. They came from behind to pick up a win. And Anthony, the Twins will hope to come back and have a better game tomorrow with an opener. Gabriel Moya expected to start the ball game.